Hey lovely sexy hobby people. Right, today's video we're going to build Belial from the Deathwing Assault box set. It would help if I had the instructions. Give me a second. Sometime later. Oh, the only problem with when you tidy up is you put something somewhere and then you can't bloody find it. Anyway. So, beginning with, there's actually quite a few sub-assemblies here that need to do. So I'm going to do a few of them straight off the bat because they just need doing. So the first thing you're actually going to come in with is doing the legs on, what is that? I think that's a right leg. And then the shin pad, the shin armour is going to go on. Now, that should go on like so. So that's one to be getting on with. You've got the other leg, which requires a shin pad on it. So this requires this shin pad here. Yeah, that's cool. That's all done. Excellent. We're then gonna glue his storm bolt together. Like so. And for now, that's kind of it. We have some bits and pieces that are going to need to be stuck together, and I'm kind of hoping that as we do that, they will be okay. So we have this piece, which is the other leg. So we've got to work this out as to how that goes. Right, okay, so that's kind of going to go in that angle. So the back is what's going to line up there. Oops, come on. And then I'm just going to drop some glue in there. So we have that, and then we have this front part. Which sits like so. Okay, right. So that's one. And then kind of in there is the next bit. So that's the lower legs built up. I'm just going to let that go off for a bit before I start gluing the rest of the torso, and this is going to be a good opportunity for me to start putting the base together. I need to order some more of this extra thin, because where it's where the level's gone down in the pot, it's a real pain in the ass to get any out on your brush. And then this piece is going to go in like so. So that's your Mark 1 or your Mark 2 tactical rubble that Belial's going to be stood on like that. Groovy. Now this front piece comes in and glues on like so, and this you can add the glue in from behind. Like this. And then the back of the cloak. Now, I really hate these pieces because you really need to get in there. With the glue to help with the seam line. So hopefully that's enough glue, and then I can go over that with a file once it's fully dried. Next thing, we're going to come in with the shoulder pad. Now, where they've made these under armour with the little protruding pistons to try and keep the shoulder pads, give the impression that they help the shoulder pad stay in place, you know, raise it up, make sure it doesn't get in the way when you're trying to raise your arm above the shoulder and that sort of thing. They're great, but there's only like two or three contact points, which can be a bit of an issue. And then our storm bolter is going on here. Like so. that's what we've got so far. So yeah, he's looking really good. I am liking Belial. Just going off on a slight tangent. Let's get the bits out. Right. Just out of curiosity, so you could, if you so chose, stick a helmeted Deathwing head, Deathwing Knights head in there. Don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I think you could definitely do that if you wanted to give him a helmeted head. There are 6 helmets in the Deathwing Knights set, so you could do that. I'm going to go with his hooded head. And that sits in there really nicely and gives the impression that he is sighting down his gun barrel. So, bingo. We've then got this arm, which is going in like so. Now there's a cutout in his armpit up underneath his cloak where that sort of like crescent piece is going to slot into, and that makes it a really secure join. And then we've got the tilt shield which goes in there, and this is a little dimple, little pin, so that goes in like that. Now I have chosen, just put that in there, I have chosen to clip off the iconography that goes at the top. Let's get rid of that. And what I've done is I've clipped a sensor from one of the Dark Angels, the old Dark Angels Terminator front bits, which I'm going to attach just there. Just and that goes on there like so. That's it. And then I'm just going to add in a little glue there to give it a bit of extra security. So hopefully you can see the piece that I've put on just there. And then that's it. That's it. You get a spare head left over. Get that in the box. And he will go onto his 50mm base. Like so. And that's it. Okay. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.